And welcome back, guys. Today I'm looking at Cite for Me. It's an online referencing system that you can use free, but you can also sign up to it and get additional extras such as check for plagiarism. It saves all your bibliography and referencing and various other options. But I want to have a look at the free option today just to give you a taste of it. So I want you to type in Cite for Me. Once you're there, you're presented with this window. Now before you actually do anything, you need to choose your reference style. So come up to where it says citation style and university. So make sure you're in your bibliography and select choose style. Now obviously depending on what you're studying, your reference style will be different. For example, APA psychology. Harvard is varying and you might be using Oscola here for law. Or maybe you're using modern humanities. For today I'm going to select Harvard. And if I click back on Harvard, actually, you're probably aware there's more than one Harvard referencing system. So I'm actually going to type in there, Harvard, and have a little scroll down, find a referencing system. Check to see if yours is there. I'm going to scroll down and look for the correct referencing system. And just for this example, I'm going to use the University of Greenwich and click it. Now I've selected my referencing system, which is just here. Now I'm ready to look for sources. I've got an option that says add new reference, so if I tap it once, you need to choose whether it's a website, journal, book. And if you go to more, you've got other sources that you might be using. For example, could be an online image or video. If I tap that, and then you fill in the additional information in there for that source. But I'm going to click back to bibliography and select OK. Before I can actually add a new reference, I need to find a source. So I've got a few sources here, so I'm going to open up Google. I've got a journal, website, and a book I can use. So I'm actually going to start with a book. Say you've got a book that you need to reference. Well, I'm going to use this as an example. It's the 18th century political thought. I'm going to scroll down, and what I'm looking for is the ISBN number, and here it is. I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to copy that, Control C. And I'm going to go back to my online referencing software, and I'm going to select here add new reference. Now we know it's a book, so I'm going to select book. I'm going to paste that number in there, and if you can see it says in there you can add book title, author or ISBN. I recommend putting the ISBN number because it will give you a exact book. So Control V, and I'm going to select search, and it's going to check the World Cat. And there you go. You've got the Cambridge history of the 18th century political thought. So I'm now going to select Cite. And it's telling me what I've found and to check it if it's correct. I've got the option to fill out any missing information in the next step. I'm now going to click continue. So there's all my information from the authors at the top to the book, publisher, title. I haven't got the edition, so what I'm going to do is go back to the original source and select the book again and see if I can find the edition in there. You won't always find the edition. If it doesn't tell you what edition, just leave the edition, don't add anything in there. I'm going to scroll up a little bit. Well, I can't see any edition. I don't know if you can, so I'm going to leave that blank. So let's go back to Cite This For Me. And then from your book you could choose what pages you're using or number of pages. So I'm just going to put 56. Now you can attach a quote from that book that you have in your hand. So I'm just going to make up a quote. And now we can select complete citation. I've got all my information there ready for a book. Now I'm not going to copy that into Word yet because I want to do a few more sources to show you. Another thing you take into account, if you come up here and I highlight it for you, all the sources you put on here will be automatically deleted after that amount of time. So unless you create an account you won't be able to store the sources, so bear that in mind as well. So again, I'm going to go to new reference. I'm still currently on the University of Greenwich. Select add new. This time I'm going to do a journal. Click on journal. Now it's asking me there to put the title or DOI number. Now journals have what's called a DOI number. I'm now going to open it up for you. And here we go. So if you find a journal, have a look down here. Then normally at the top, or can you see the numbers here? Highlight it. Control C. And again we go back to Cite This For Me. And I'm going to paste it into that box. Control V. and again search, and there you go, it's found the information for me. Try and use a DOI or ISBN number when you can find one. If not, then just put the title in and look for it, but make sure the information is correct, because you know you will lose marks. Before I add reference, you see here we've got journal, online journal, and that is optional, so only complete this section if your journal is available online, so bear that in mind. So what I could do is go back, open it up, and I'm going to copy the link. Right click and copy, or Control C, back to Cite this for me, and I'm going to paste that into HTTP. And now I'm going to select add reference. There's my second source. Next I'm going to do a website. So again, add new reference, and I'm going to select website. You can get a little plugin for this. If I come at the top here and select extras, you can get a little Chrome add-on, so it grabs that information on the internet for you automatically. So that could be a good option, so bear that in mind. But I'm going to go back to your bibliography. And I've got a website here as well that we can also cite. The search engine, I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to grab anything. How about oxfordreference.com? I'm going to select that option. Let's just say you want to cite this website. I'm going to block that, so I'm going to copy the link, Control C. Again, back to cite this for me, and I'm going to paste it into there and select search. You've found a website and title, so now I'm going to select cite, because I need to check all the information is there. So we've got title, we've got website, we've got title, we've got website title, and we've got the link. It hasn't found author's, publisher or publication date. Now bear in mind, if I come back to the website, you might have to find these on websites manually if they exist. So we've got publisher there, haven't we? History World. And you've got your online publication date as well. And you've even got ISBN number. So what I'm going to do there quickly, so if I scroll down, look for any information I can, and then I can add that information to Cite This For Me. So the publisher I've got, so I could add that now, which was History World. Now you can add a quote from there as well, so if I go back again, let's just use anything. So I'm going to highlight that, Control C, and again go back to Cite Them Right, and I'm going to attach quote and paste that in there, so that way you keep the information together that you can actually cite and create your bibliography and complete citation. So there you go, I've gathered some information. Remember to check your citation style. Now we can use this option here to copy and paste the information into Word. You can only use the download to Word option if you sign up and create an account, so bear that in mind. You could add a new bibliography if I click there, so you could add a manual one. So you can put what you're writing about or proving in there, or you can even put in there if you want, don't recommend my sources to others. Close that. This just helps out other researchers. And this option here, it says My Bibs and More. Click on it. Currently got 3 bibliographies. We can see we did the website, journal and book. You can choose to delete it, share with a group, or even send by email. You have got an option here we can actually export as bibtext. So if you're using EndNotes or Tero, you could download it in that format, import it into those referencing software, and it will cite your work for you as well. Also, you can export to Google Drive, Cloud, and even Evernote, which a lot of people are using now. Tap off that. You can't use the plagiarism, again you need to sign up for that. So how do I get this information to a Word document? Well, let's open up Word. And I'm going to open a blank document to work off. I'm going to lock 2 windows in, left and right. And now we're good to go. Click into here. So the first one at the top here, remember, was a website. My quote here that I could type out. So I'm going to do first book. So I'm just going to put open quote. and close quote. I've got my quote for the book. Now I need to cite it. Now we've got three options here. We've got copy bibliography citation, copy in-text citation, and check for grammar. I don't do check for grammar, but I just want to do copy in-text citation. Click it once, it copies it automatically. This gives you the option again to sign up for premium if you need to. I'm going to close that so don't show me again. I'm now going to paste the in-text citation at the end of my quote, Control V. So there's my first one. I'm not going to do the bibliography yet. Next I'm going to do my website reference. Now if you notice you've got the yellow here, so if I actually copy and paste that, it will come up yellow, and I don't think you can get rid of the colour. Control C, and I'm going to Control V and paste. So you can't even use these options to clear the colour off. So what I recommend doing, I'm going to undo that, go back to the original source. You've got the source there, so I'm going to open it up because I've already got it open, and just re-highlight the information again. At least you've still got it in your quote so you know what you was originally looking at. Open up Word and Control V. And let's get rid of the underline as well. And now we're ready to cite that. So again, let's go back to cite this for me. So I need to copy the in-text citation again. Click it once, and it's copied to clipboard, and Control V. Always check the in-text citation to make sure it's accurate. So that's two I've done. So that leaves one more, journal. So you've got a link to the original journal, but I've got it here again. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to highlight something as if we was going to cite it. So I'm just going to highlight that. And again, Control C, back to cite this for me, back to Word, and I'm going to paste that quote in there. So let's do open quote, close quote as well. Again, we'll come back down to the journal, and I want to copy the in-text citation. Click on the end and Control V. And now we're good to go. So when you've finished, if I click the Enter key, you need to put your bibliography in there. So the first one I did was the book. So what I'll do with the book is I'm going to copy the bibliography, and I'm going to paste it at the bottom. Next was the website. So again, I'm going to copy the bibliography, and I'm going to paste it, Control V. And last of all was the journal. So again, I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste at the bottom. So there's our sources, but remember Harvard has to be in alphabetical order. So if I highlight them quickly and select this option here to sort, I can sort in ascending, click OK. They're now in alphabetical order. But if you come just to the right of these options, if you don't want any of these sources here, for example, you might decide I don't want that source, you could select delete. You might want to edit it, so if I click edit, you can add more information again into there if you want. I'll come back out of there. Also, you've got to go to URLs. If I click that option, it'll take you straight to that website where you got that source as well. But I'd already had them open, so I didn't need to do that. And click back. So when you finish, come to your options here again, and then you can choose where you want to delete your bibliographies. So this will delete all references will be lost and cannot be restored, so bear that in mind. And I'm going to export it. We have got that other option I said about exporting to BibX, but again you need to sign up for an account to use that option. And just quick overview at the top. Showed you extras, topic ideas, so you can see what topics other users are researching and what bibliography. So I'm going to put history in and click enter, and it gives you an idea. So if I actually scroll down to contemporary history, click the little arrow, you can see what people have been looking for and what sources they've been looking at as well. It's quite handy, it gives you an understanding as well. We'll go to the top, you've got citation guides, which is really important to know how to reference and what reference style to use. So definitely worth going through that as well. And if you really like it, then you can create an account as well and sign up to it. Well, there's a quick overview. Thanks for watching.